for 40 years now, private equity of all the asset classes has produced the best returns, bar none. The first phase of private equity was financial engineering, where private equity firms could come in with a very thin amount of equity, a lot of debt. They could buy the companies, sell them very quickly, and get tremendous returns. In the second era for private equity, this was about operational excellence. And now that the financial engineering had become normalized and everyone was doing the same thing and debt levels were established pretty consistently, private equity firms need to figure out how to operate their companies better. At this point in time, financial engineering and operational excellence are standards. And private equity firms must learn how to be flexible. Things are changing so quickly. We had COVID, we have the Great Resignation, we had supply chain challenges, we have inflation, we have a recession. That's all in the last 2.5 years. A successful private equity firm is going to have to respond to those things quickly and well. Private equity firms need to be responsive. And what does that mean? It means that you need to look at all of the stakeholders that are involved, balance the needs of all of those different constituencies, and make sure that they are as responsive as possible. And then innovate. If you look at the top 5 companies in the Fortune 500 that have produced the most value over the course of the last 2 decades, they're almost all firms that have been around for a very short period of time. They found something new, something different, they capitalized on it. All of that begs the question, what does the future hold for private equity, and which private equity firms are going to thrive in the coming years? The unpredictable and the predetermined unfold together to make everything the way that it is. That means that there are those things that you know and those things that you can't possibly know. And private equity firms that succeed are going to be those that are able to control the things they can and be flexible and adaptive around those things that they can't control. In order to do that, you need to have 3 things: the best talent, the best information, and access to capital. Blackford Capital has worked very hard to make sure that we are succeeding in each of those areas. Our track record at this point in time has businesses like Aqua Leisure that have grown from 60 million to next year we're expecting to be over $300 million. That's in 2.5 years of our ownership. Tremendous growth. And that comes from the 3 things that I mentioned: the best talent, the best information, and access to capital.